While they're not intentionally trying to intimidate people, there's something about Sigma males that can make others feel uneasy. Unlike alpha males who dominate through force or beta males who follow the crowd, Sigma males exude a quiet confidence that's impossible to ignore. They're the dark horses, the wild cards, the ones you never see coming until it's too late. They operate in the shadows, staying unpredictable and in control of any situation. While they're not doing it to be intimidating, here are 7 reasons why Sigma males are the most intimidating men. Number 1. They wield silence like a weapon. Silence can be more powerful than words. Imagine you're arguing with someone, trying to prove your point, and they just go quiet. It can make you feel uneasy and doubt yourself. You don't know what they're thinking or planning. That's what happens when these men stay silent. They know how to use their quietness to keep people guessing and a little bit nervous. It's not that they don't have anything to say. They do, but they choose to observe and listen first, looking carefully at everything happening around them. This makes people wonder what these guys are up to and worry about what's going on in their silent minds. Some believe they are plotting or judging, but the truth is, they're just figuring things out. Standing by themselves in a crowd, Sigma men can own the room without saying a word. Their calm and collected demeanor is like an invisible force that everyone can feel. Others may try to fill the silence with chatter, but this only adds to the tension because the Sigma just stands there, calm and unbothered. When things get tense and others are shouting or arguing, a Sigma's silence can make people uncomfortable. They can't read him or control him, so they don't know how to respond. It gives him control even when he's not saying anything. People cannot predict his next move, and this keeps them on their toes. Some might think that staying silent is weak, but for Sigmas, it's a secret weapon. They use it to observe, understand, and sometimes even to show they're done with the conversation. Not speaking can be a choice, showing they have nothing to prove or don't want to waste their time. This simple act can shift the power in any situation in their favor. When they finally do decide to speak, it's like hearing thunder after a long silence. Their words seem even more important because they don't speak often. So next time you notice someone staying quiet, remember, they might just be the most powerful or intelligent person in the room. Number 2. They're the hidden threat no one notices until it's too late. Lurking in the background, these mysterious men have a knack for staying unnoticed until the right moment. Like shadows, they blend into the environment, never drawing unnecessary attention to themselves. This quiet presence often makes people overlook or underestimate them, which is exactly what they intend. When you least expect it, they make their move, and because nobody saw it coming, people have no time to react. That's when everyone realizes just how powerful and strategic they really are. Picture a game of chess where a player stays still, studying every piece on the board. While others rush and make quick moves, he takes his time, waiting to strike. Then, with one calculated move, he changes the entire game and wins. It's an art of subtlety that only a few can master. They use this skill to navigate through life, making their presence known only when it truly matters. This unpredictability keeps everyone guessing, adding a layer of unease to any encounter. They're not villains, and there's no evil master plan. But their ability to stay hidden until it matters most is what makes them so intimidating. Their silence is disarming. While others chatter away, trying to fill every gap with words, these men are perfectly comfortable in the quiet. It gives them time to think, plan, and watch others unravel their true intentions. This ability to remain unnoticed while paying close attention to everything around them makes them formidable. Just when people think they have them figured out, they reveal a totally different side, keeping others on edge. In a world where being loud is often mistaken for being powerful, These quiet guardians hold a different kind of power. They remind us that it's not about who talks the loudest, but who listens the most. The unpredictable stillness they carry provides them an invisible cloak, making them seem like a hidden threat, ready to emerge when the time is right. Number 3, they can cut people off without looking back. Cutting someone off sounds harsh, but it's sometimes necessary. This doesn't mean they're mean. It just shows they know what to let go of, especially if it's something that doesn't bring any good. Sometimes people or situations can hold you back or bring negativity. In those moments, Sigma men decide to cut ties and they don't look back. This might seem cold, but it shows a strength to move forward and not hold on to things that don't help you grow. It's not about running away. It's about choosing wisely where to put their energy. When they cut someone off, it's not impulsive. They watch, think, and decide what's best. People might not even realize what's happening until it's too late. It's not like slamming a door. It's more like gently closing it and walking away without making a fuss. This decision can be unsettling for some because they don't expect it. Once they are done, they're done, and their past doesn't hold them back. This keeps them free from unnecessary drama and problems. Others might see it as them being heartless, but it's more about self-preservation. They don't feel the need to explain their decisions or justify themselves. When they cut someone off, it's for a good reason, and that's all they need to know. This can be intimidating because people are used to trying to change someone's mind or making them see things differently. But for Sigmas, once they make a decision, it's final. Number 4, they're brutally honest, even when it's uncomfortable. When you hear the truth from these men, it can hit like a bolt of lightning. They don't sugarcoat things or cover up the hard facts. What they say is blunt and straight to the point. This kind of honesty can be scary because it shows things as they really are, not how you might wish they were. People might get nervous around them because they never know what honest words are coming next. However, there's something powerful about hearing the truth, loud and clear. Others might try to soften their words to avoid hurting someone's feelings or causing discomfort. But when it comes to these men, they call it as they see it. It might not always be pleasant to hear, but you can trust that it's real. This honesty is really rare and can really make you think deeply about everything going on around you. Their words can clear up confusion, like a sudden break in the fog. Often, their honest comments make you stop and consider what's right and what needs to change. Even though some people can find this honesty hard to handle, it can help others see situations more clearly. Being brutally honest means they care more about reality than about making things sound nice. This is a sign of strength because it shows they are willing to be direct, even if it's not popular or easy. While their honesty might seem intimidating, it also earns respect. You know they won't hide the truth or trick you with fancy words. This honesty can bring people together, even if it's uncomfortable at first. It makes them more reliable since they always tell it like it is. Instead of guessing what's real, you get clarity. People may not like it, but it demands respect and commands attention. This is what makes them truly intimidating. Number 5, they anticipate what's next while you're reacting. Sigma males always stay one step ahead. While most people are busy reacting to things happening around them, these men are figuring out what's going to happen next. It's like playing a game while knowing everyone else's moves ahead of time. This ability isn't just luck. It's because they pay close attention to details and think a lot. They observe every little thing, helping them guess what might happen next. That's why, when others are caught by surprise, they already have a plan. They can see the bigger picture that many miss. With this foresight, they avoid mistakes and troubles because they have already seen the signs. It's like having a map while everyone else is walking blind. Their anticipation can make people around them nervous, because when you're always trying to catch up, stress and confusion follow. But these men are cool and collected because they've already prepared for what's coming. This calmness makes them seem like they are in control, even in chaos. Knowing what might happen gives them an upper hand, making them seem almost unbeatable. People might find this a bit unsettling since they never know what's coming next from them. This aura of mystery and confidence can be both awe-inspiring and frightening. They don't rush into things. They act when they're ready because they have already calculated the outcomes. This type of control is uncommon and makes them seem like they have a sixth sense. Being able to predict what's next means they are rarely taken by surprise. It lets them handle any situation smoothly, leaving others wondering how they do it. They might not say much, letting others talk, but they're always listening and learning. Number 6. They see through every attempt to control them. Trying to control them is like trying to hold water in your hands. It slips away no matter how hard you try. They have an uncanny ability to notice when someone is trying to pull their strings. This sense makes them seem untouchable, almost like nothing can bring them down. They won't let anyone take over their thoughts or actions. People don't usually notice, but they're always watching, thinking, and planning. When someone thinks they're gaining control, they just smile inside, knowing it's not possible. They refuse to be someone's puppet, avoiding manipulation like the plague. This makes them intimidating because people can't figure out how to keep them under their thumb. They have this way of cutting through the noise and seeing what's really going on. This makes them hard to fool, which can be really intimidating for some, especially in the workplace. Those who try to control them might get frustrated because they don't react in the expected ways. Some superiors might not like it, but they aren't the type to blindly follow orders. So they see Sigma men as a threat because they can't control them like they want to. They might ask too many questions or challenge the status quo, making them seem like rebels. But in reality, they just don't follow blindly. They need to understand why and how things are done. They can't work in a system that doesn't make sense to them. Number 7. They make decisions with cold logic, not emotion. When people make decisions, emotions often play a big role. These feelings can be like big waves that change how you think and act. Sometimes they can make you do things you wouldn't normally do. But for Sigma men, emotions don't lead their choices. They're the opposite of emotional. They think with logic. This doesn't mean they don't have feelings, but they try to keep them in check when making decisions. This will also make them seem cold and detached, but it's just their way of staying rational. They don't let emotions cloud their judgment, making them able to see things objectively. This makes them really different from others. Most people let their hearts guide them at times. They might choose based on what feels right or what makes them happy. Not these men. They stick to what makes sense, even if it's tough and doesn't feel good. People find this way of thinking a bit intimidating, as it's almost like interacting with a machine instead of a person. There's no guessing what they might do, no clues in their face to know what they are going to decide. It's like trying to understand a riddle that doesn't have a clear answer. I hope you enjoyed watching as much as I enjoyed creating this for you. Be sure to subscribe. There's plenty more to come. Take care, and I'll catch you soon.